right. Well, good morning, everybody. We are live and recording. And we're all wearing blue. So we're going to say it's just a fabulous blue Friday in the spring. And not only, Taj, are you wearing blue, your cup has a blue line on it.
Yeah,
And both
it
the
does.
pictures in your background have like shades of blue. Yes.
Yay!
This is quite fabulous. So I'm all excited. And I would like to say, if my brother is out there, I would just like to say to him, I knew what I was doing with my blue wall. And I'm so
Mhm.
excited because I have one brother who always has something to say. He's just like, it's so dark. Like, why would you paint with blue? I was like, I have a plan. It's going to work. And it worked. Today it's like just fabulous. So, anyway, all right, Brian, my room works. So, I just like to okay. All right. So happy Friday. It is the Friday. For a lot of people, it's a holiday
Mhm.
over the weekend, kind of. Many traditions do something around Easter or the spring solstice or however you would like to say. So hopefully that means that everybody's going to be with family and friends and enjoying the sun and the weather and everything this weekend. And so we're going to dive in, and actually Jessica Renard gets to take the lead on the topic today. So I'm
Yes. Well, and this is something that I've been wanting to do for a really long time. So I'm really
yes.
excited that we get to do this.
Mm-hmm.
So, one of the things that I wanted us to talk about therapists is a lot of the messages that we get when we're not even really paying attention. So, we're driving down the road, we have the radio on, and we hear songs.
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes we have favorite songs, sometimes we deliberately put on songs. But sometimes we don't think about the messaging that the songs have. And this may be my little autistic brain taking things very literally. So if somebody is like, y'all, it's not that serious, okay, that's fine. You can have that opinion. I also get very irritated with certain songs because of what they're singing, because I'm just like, y'all, like country, like, I do like some country, but country is really bad about this. There was one where I was in a drive-through and he's like, I'm sitting in a parking lot and drinking and she doesn't love me. And I was like, did you say anything? And like the whole time he's like, I'm at her wedding. And I'm like,
You say
move on, move on. Like, I'm so frustrated at you. It's like, maybe it's because you're drinking in a parking lot that she's not
did you
interested.
tell
Like, I get very frustrated. So I've got some examples saved, but I wanted to go ahead and throw it out to Natalie or Taj. What are some songs that you think of if you think of like really poor messaging? Like they just
Oh my goodness.
are
For
bad
me,
messages.
the number one song that comes to mind for me, because I sung it religiously for maybe like months, was Mary J. Blige had this song, and I was in college. And I specifically remember it because like me and the girls were like going out and they were like, okay, Natalie, pick a song. And I picked this song and they were like, why would you pick that? Like, that's such a downer. And so it was Mary J. Blige's I'm Going Down. And the words are
Oh,
essentially, I'm going down because you're not around. And so,
Mhm.
and my whole world is now upside down. And
uh-huh.
like, okay, ladies, that's not how we want to be after a breakup. we, we, we need to be like, there is life after you. I will find more love again. Like I can live. I can now do activities that I was not able to do in a relationship. Like it's so the opposite of how I would want a young lady to be after a breakup. Not I'm going down and you're not around. Like it's just that. And so I just remember that, and I so love the song. I'm going down. Like I was
Yeah.
on it. Yeah, no, don't do that after a breakup. Find joy. Let's find the joy.
Yes.
Let's find the
Yeah,
joy.
like you can be upset, but like let's not wallow. Let's not
Right.
like pin all of our hopes and dreams on one person. That's
Right.
dangerous.
Yeah.
Tosh, any
Yeah.
examples?
Wait, hold on. I just want to say,
Oh,
like,
yeah.
your whole world should not be upside down
It should not.
after any breakup. And so, therefore, I do want to say, if you're in a relationship, getting in a relationship, please don't put all your eggs in one basket. Like, please make sure we're still maintaining friendships and maintaining relationship with family members. Like, don't let yourself get isolated and just totally focused on the relationship, because that is how you get to like, I'm going down and my whole world is upside down when you become dependent on this person. So, okay. All right, Taj, you now have the floor.
Okay, so I I was sitting here going through my music library trying to find a specific song because I am a huge hip hop and R&B fan and enthusiast, and there is a ton of songs. There are more songs than I can count. And I just have memories of like being in a club out here in Atlanta, dancing, having a good time, and being like, well, no, that's not, that's not, Oh, and a lot of, oh my gosh, I have to find the song. It's a song in my head. It's actually like a Caribbean song. And in a lot of the black clubs, they would have this Jamaican set. The DJs would just switch to another country real quick, and it's a Jamaican set, and it's one of those songs that's like, it wasn't me, and he started on the counter, it wasn't me.
Shaggy.
That's a whole song about cheating, and he's like, it wasn't me.
Well, and it's like all of this evidence that like I was caught and she knew
He
it.
saw me. It wasn't me.
We're just gonna live in denial and sing in denial.
I'm just gonna live in denial. So many songs, and I've had a lot of discussions with friends and family about this type of music, like because we'll dance to it, and you know the beat is nice, makes you feel good, but then are we subconsciously consuming these lyrics? We're subconsciously consuming these messages, and as I've gotten older, you know, being a 30-something, I've grown to be a lot more conscious about the hip hop I consume, the R&B music that I consume. And I just want people listening out there to know, like, you don't have to sacrifice the ratchet. That's what I'll say. You don't have to sacrifice the hype music, you know, those who know. You don't have to sacrifice that to get conscious music. You know, or music that at least they're more intentional about their lyrics. And one example I can think of right now was Glorilla. Like a lot of people can't understand her because she's from Memphis, man, but that's my family.
Did you say Memphis? Is that what you just said?
Memphis, man. Yeah, she's from Memphis, but my family's from Memphis. So she has a very strong Memphis accent, and you know, she'll cuss and talk about dating. But if you listen to her, she is very uplifting. Very uplifting. Okay. She's very positive. Same with Megan Thee Stallion. Very uplifting, very positive, but you can still feel like a ratchet girl twerking in the club. There is healthy mediums out there.
Well, and actually, Taj, you've actually jumped the gun because we're going to be talking about good messages too. No, you're good. Yes. So the contribution that I have is near and dear to my heart, mostly because when I first heard it, I was like, this is a terrible relationship song. I understand that it's a relationship song, but I'm calling out Michael Bublé, and I love Michael Bublé. Like he's lovely. Yeah. But the song is "I Haven't Met You Yet." And the lyrics is, I know, like, I'll give so much more than I get. I just haven't met you yet. And I'm like, do we need to like preload being the constant giver versus like it being a balanced, equitable partnership? What I found out though, and this is why it's near and dear to my heart, is I turned this in, when I heard it, I viewed it through the lens of an adoptive parent. And when you view the song through the lens of somebody who is planning on adopting a child, it is completely appropriate to give more than you get because that is the appropriate nature of a parent-child relationship. Yeah. So that is like the top song that I have for my kid and her playlist that I made for her of like, I just haven't met you yet. Like, I'm going to love you so much. We're going to work it out. Like, it almost makes me teary just thinking about it. Yeah. Like it's, I might have to wait. I'll never give up. I guess half of it's timing, half of it's luck, wherever you are, wherever it's right. And I'm just like,
Oh,
yeah. So I think some of these, when they have problematic lyrics, can we put them in a different light or put them in a different lens to fit a situation that is a bit more appropriate?
Reframe.
yeah. Oh, that's
Yeah.
so good. That's so good.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. That's so interesting.
That is
Yeah.
interesting.
I want to say more, but I don't know what I want to say.
Well, I mean, one of the other, okay, well, I'll let you think about what you want to say.
I wanted to shift to another song that I like that
Okay.
I don't like.
Okay.
Maybe I like. I don't like that I like it. Oh, it was a song, and the words are, and I can't remember the group right now, but it's on the top of my head. But the words are, "We might as well get married. We might as well do this. Let's
Meet
get
me at the altar. Is that
right."
song?
Yes. Who is that? Like I can.
That is
So there's
Jagged
Let's
Edge.
Get Jagged Edge, 1999. Yep.
Let's get
Okay.
married.
All right. I it sticks in my head, and I'm like, as a marriage and family therapist, no, this is not a we might as well do this. This is no. I would like for you to strongly think about who you're marrying. I would like it to be very intentional, not we've been hanging out, so might as well do this. Like this is not
Yeah.
a likely decision I want you to make. I want it to be thought out. I want you guys talking about values. I want you talking about goals and aspirations. How many children do you want? Like, not it just the song has such a like. We're bored today. We'll just get married.
Just get
And
married.
so, like, no, that's why our marital rate is like 50%. Like, divorce rate is 60%. This is not something we just might as well do because we're bored today. And it sticks in my head every time, and I'm like, no, it's a serious decision. So that's another one of mine. Go ahead.
So, for everyone listening, we are going to have links to YouTube playlists of poor messaging, mixed messaging, and good messaging songs so
Okay.
that you can find our videos and potentially have suggestions if you want to like comment on, like, oh my God, this song drives me nuts or something like that. We would love to have your
Yeah.
input. The other songs on the list that I have right now is Meatloaf, 2 out of 3 ain't bad. And basically he talks about like, I need you, I want you, but I can't ever love you. But like 2 out of 3 ain't bad.
Oh God. Okay. Okay.
Uh,
Okay. I'm gonna have to like sit down and write that out and think about that. But I am disturbed.
right? Another one that always bothers me is Jesse's Girl by Rick Springfield. I love that song. It's such a banger. Right. But it's like you are coveting your friend's girlfriend. You haven't said anything about why you like her other than that she's pretty and like, why don't you like me? I'm always funny because she's dating your best friend, jackass. Like, what are we doing?
You ever thought about that? I'm just like Jesse's girl. Like,
yeah. Oh my God, it drives me nuts. Oh. So I've got several on there.
I found the song.
Oh,
I'm sorry.
Okay, go, Tosh, go.
I've been searching for a song lyric this entire time. Okay, because I'm also a very large Chris Brown fan. And I am since Yo when he was 15. And he has a song called Pills and Automobiles. First of all, that title is just
problematic.
Yeah, for sure. He has some toxic songs. Let's just get that out the way. But another artist named Yo Gotti on his song has a lyric that has always, since day one, made me cringe. And I remember having a conversation with my ex-boyfriend about this lyric. He was like, every time this song plays, girls always roll their eyes at this one part. And I'm like, do you not understand why we roll our eyes? Like, there's a reason. Anyway, I'm going to censor it, but the lyric is, yup, I got the cookie first. and then I ignored you. But if you have sex with somebody else, you ain't loyal.
Okay.
No,
Oh,
I'm not done. I'm not done.
Okay.
I told you to bring a friend because this is getting boring. She asked me what we are. I say we just cordial.
Oh, that's so bad.
Yo Gotti from Memphis too.
That you represent your Memphis people. I do.
yes. I'm also adding all of your suggestions as they come up to the poor messaging list. So
Right.
they are all going to be included.
That one reminds me. What was that Eminem song where it was like him and it was like I feel like it was like physical abuse or something. It was him and somebody else.
Oh, Rihanna.
Yes. What was that song?
Yeah.
It was years ago.
Volcano.
Love the way you lie.
Love the way you lie. Yes.
Oh, that was
Beautiful song though.
Yes.
but just raw.
Mm-hmm.
And I think the other one is Bye Bye American Pie.
Mm.
Grew up singing it. And then one day I was like, wait a minute. Is she committing suicide?
Wait a minute.
And so I think especially when you're young, the lyrics are so you're not paying attention to what you're saying or singing, and then one day it hits you like,
pay attention.
like, oh my God, what did we just do? Like, what was this about? Like that, and so that one, since I like came to the awareness of what I was thinking, I've been like, oh my God. Like it's such a popular song, and we all sing it. Bye, bye, Mr. America.
So I want to say that this is actually an ode to John Denver, who died in a plane accident.
Okay.
And he had a lot of like Americana type songs.
Okay.
I think that's what it is. But again, just for a caveat, we are not looking into why they wrote these songs.
Mm-hmm.
We are not looking into explanations of like, oh, I did this because of this, or I was specifically wanting to talk about this subject matter. So we are not trying to like feed anything into these. These are just like, I heard it. I didn't think anything about it other than this is what I'm presented with. So
yeah. And all the way back to your beginning, I think you do need to pay attention to what you're listening to, specifically your moods. Okay. Mm-hmm. And so if you're not in a good mood, this is not the time for you to listen to I'm going down. Mm-hmm. Like if you are a person who struggles with depression, we probably need to stay away from all of those songs that are like the sadder songs. And so I think I have a joke with somebody that I like depressed Mary J. Blige, and I like her better depressed and her depressed music than I do her happy music. I feel like, though, if you are a person who struggles with depression or anxiety or any other mental health issue, I think you do have to be really conscious about what you're listening to. And so one of my clients actually recently told me that there's a new genre of music called alchemy or alchemist music. And I was like, say that again, because alchemy is about kind of, manifestation, creating something for nothing. And she said, no, that's what these songs and lyrics are all about, is, really kind of bringing more positive things into the world. And so if you're at a point in your life where it doesn't feel like your life is going well, like lean more to that, lean more toward like intentionally finding the music and the things that are going to uplift you and bring you up, as opposed to add to the sadness. Yep, you got it, Jessica.
So I, like in my fashion, have a counter argument in that neurospicy people sometimes have a hard time identifying their emotions. It is a condition called alexithymia, where I feel a certain way, but I can't identify a certain way. What I know a lot of neurospicy people do is like they actually intentionally listen to sad songs to bring up the things so that they can feel sad enough to like process through these emotions, because it feels very like wrapped in cotton. It feels very like buried. And so they're not able to access it well.
So good.
And so they use it as like, I remember when they broke up with me. Like, they're able to or relive a part of their past that they need to process through that they haven't been able to process through
Oh, I
from
love it.
childhood.
Yeah.
So I
Took the
think
words out of
again,
my mouth.
it's still the super intentional. We are doing this in a very intentional way. And I think
Yeah.
that is the main key. Like, be very intentional about what you're listening to. And like Natalie said, be very aware of your mood and what you're trying to do. Yeah.
Oh, that's really good. That's really good. Okay, Todd, did you want to add anything?
I mean, she took the words out of my mouth. Quite literally. I attempted to explain that concept to my neurotypical parents, and it was like, why would you make yourself cry? Like, I don't understand that. I'm like, but I just sometimes you just want to look out a window and cry. And you need the song that'll get you there. But to your point, Natalie, being intentional about music, listening to uplifting music that can kind of help pull you out of these depressive moods. Almost every time I have a client who is dealing with depression or self-worth issues, self-esteem, feeling beautiful, and I send this to all of my clients, but especially if you are a Black woman, India Ari's music, just across the board, her music will uplift you. She is so intentional about the sounds that she uses. I mean, her songs are like sound bowl meditations with the guitar riff over it. Like, they are so very healing to the soul. She's intentional about her lyrics. So like, I remember when I was going through a real bad breakup and I had a lot of self-worth issues. And so I changed my alarm on my song to India Ari's Worthy. And I just kept hearing her say, every day I woke up to her singing to me that you are worthy. You are worthy. You are worthy. And eventually I believed her. I'm like, I am.
Well, and I would actually even love to be able to do a whole other segment just talking about the positive songs, because like, I think they almost need their own moment in the sunshine, because like, I love like Sarah Bareilles' Brave. Like, that one's really good. I want to see if I can find other examples from the good ones, but yeah, like there are a lot of bad
Katy
ones.
Perry, You're Gonna Hear Me Roar.
Oh, okay.
Coming up for me. I love that.
That one is good.
Yeah. It does. I don't know, something about it. I feel like it almost starts in my heart and works up through my throat, And so that's the really good one. Like, I love that one. So I like Katy Perry though.
Imagine Dragons, It's Okay. I don't know if you guys are familiar with that. But it's like, it's okay if you're having a bad day. Like, it's okay if it's not great. Like, it's okay. And I'm just like,
it is okay. It is. Okay. Oh, okay. There's some really great ones out there too.
I want to say, I also recommend braggadocious rap music because it hypes you up about yourself. Like, it really just like, okay, there's a song by an artist named Charlie Boy called I Look Good. Victoria Monet sampled that song, and she like brought it back to life. And she also did it with a song called On My Mama. That's the song. And it goes like, I put that on my own mama, on my hood. I look fly. I look good.
Yep.
So that's a sample from a rapper from the early 2000s called Charlie Boy. That's a sample. But that's what I mean by like braggadocious rap. Like, if you're in the mirror listening to a song talking about something, I look fly, I look good, you're gonna feel it. You're gonna feel it. That energy really does translate through the music.
That made me feel like I need to go make a whole new playlist for like my current life.
I have the good ones on there, and I sent it to you, and I'm adding these. So.
Okay.
So fun.
In our last 5 minutes, points that you want the audience to take away with today. All right. Who wants to go first? I can go first, actually. Okay. I want you guys to realize that music is a medium like anything else, and to intentionally use it in your life. Mm-hmm. And so it's so easily accessible today. And so to date myself, when I grew up, we had to wait for a particular song to play on the radio, and then we had to record it onto a cassette player, and the DJ wouldn't stop talking so we could get the whole song. And it was so hard to capture music and have it. Whereas today, you can go Google a song and listen to it instantly. You can get the song on YouTube and put it on replay over and over and over again. Mm-hmm. And so it is an easily accessible tool in your life that you can utilize. And so utilize it. Like when we have such a wonderful, wonderful tool at our fingertips, like literally on our cell phones and our fingertips. I think if we're not using it, we're missing a huge like free resource. So, okay, that's my takeaway. Okay.
So I would just say like this is actually a part of media literacy. In any media that we consume, there's a message that's being sent. There's something that's being omitted or someone that is being omitted. There is an intentionality to this message in the format, like I chose a song or I chose a video or I chose a book or I chose what is that format doing for you? What is that how does that reach you, or how does that reach their audience? What is their audience? Who is their audience? How does that change the messaging for some of those?
Yeah, definitely so. Thank you. Oh, okay. I'm so excited. I love to hear y'all talk. Y'all are so intelligent. Like, I just love it. All right, go Taj.
I'm just going to say I second what you both said. And for those out there listening, I think this is a good opportunity to kind of take stock of your music library. Like, it's spring. We talk about spring cleaning our house. We can spring clean our Apple Music, our Spotify music, and just paying attention and thinking about being intentional, paying attention to what we're consuming and how that makes you feel. And how that makes you feel. So, I just want to encourage y'all to look at your library. Just look at your library and see what you are listening to. What you think about that. And even just taking the moment to think about what you're consuming can often change your perspective or open up new doors and new ideas. And lastly, I encourage you to find a new artist. There's so much music out there.
There's so much music out there.
Find somebody new.
Yeah. Oh, that's so fun. Okay. All right, ladies. Thank you guys for such a fabulous conversation. Like, it was perfect for this spring day. All right. Have a great weekend. We are not meeting next week. We are not meeting next week. So, okay. All right. Bye-bye. Bye.